Thursday night. We're so sorry about last week. We have a reason why we couldn't bring you the show. But all the same, people are asking, Tima, are you sure you were going to bring the story anyways? Yes, we are all back in full glam to bring you this amazing story from a guy. I mean, we would even call the guy later on in the show to listen to the advice and what he wants to bring on board so far. I mean, if you were to be in his shoes, what would you have done? We're here to help solve the issue. We're live on our Facebook page, Hit 103.9 FM. You can go there, you can share, you can leave your comments. Please be polite, we beg you. We know this. Anyway, so tonight, before I let you know who I have on the show, I have two amazing people. Sandiva, I hope I'm mentioning the name right anyways. Yes. It's right. Yes. Sandiva. Yes. Okay. She's an actress, amazing one, of course. Last week, they premiered their movie. And as for Steven, I don't have anything to tell this man. I'm looking for him. He knows I'll be looking for. We have a scores to settle. You know we have a lot of scores to settle. Me, I won't talk. I know him or he didn't tell you.
No, he didn't.
I've worked with him on a couple of sets. Yes, used to be this man. This man, when it comes to movies, I shower in movies, so everywhere he's there. You guys are welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so I mean, you have the story, so I'm going to read and then people would know what exactly it is. But I hope that you give me, I mean, real life experiences as well. Yes, Sandiva, you don't know it. You should ask them.
I don't have any experience.
You will have. Or definitely you would know somebody and you give your suggestions. Just be fair as to be frank. Yes, as plain as possible. Yeah. So here it goes. Dear Tima, in 2019, I met this lady through WhatsApp group and our friendship grew from there. We became very close for 2 years, and even though I proposed to her, she rejected me, and that didn't affect our friendship. We continued being great friends. Before I knew it, she got married last year, which I took it cool because after all, she rejected my proposal. Tima, recently, after 6 months into her marriage, this lady comes to me and tells me she's regretted marrying the husband and that she wants to reconsider my proposal. I asked why, and she says the husband is very abusive and he always tells her they are not compatible and wants to divorce, but always comes back after days to apologize and reaffirm his love for her. The long and short of it all is that she's not happy in the marriage. Tima, now she says I should help her rent an apartment so she can move out of her husband's house to start her divorce process. And after everything goes through, she can be with me. Tima, I love her, but honestly, I'm confused. Please, what do I do? Now, what would you tell this gentleman? I mean, what what is the best adjective or say vocabulary, whatever? Would you before that? People are here, Sandy, but they want to see your face. Don't worry, you'll see it. Well, Stephen, is your name Ekeso?
Yeah, Ekeso.
Ekeso.
Yeah,
hey, Mubekuyo, you're a Nigerian.
Oh, I'm a Ghanaian. Oh.
But Ekeso no so free here. Hey, I'll come to that.
So, my name is Stephen Ekeso Oblite.
Yeah. Oh, then that's the guy
I
you.
don't like using the oblite.
Why hide it? So people are, let me read the story one more time because wait there and sometimes my stories are very long anyway. So dear Tima, in 2019 I met this lady through a WhatsApp group and our friendship grew from there. We became very close for 2 years, and even though I proposed to her, she rejected me, and that didn't affect our friendship. We continued being great friends. Before I knew it, she got married last year, which I took it cool because after all, she rejected my proposal. Tima, recently, after 6 months into her marriage, this lady comes to me and tells me she's regretted marrying the husband and that she wants to reconsider my proposal. I asked why, and she says the husband is very abusive and he always tells her they ain't compatible and wants to divorce, but always comes back days after to apologize and reaffirm his love for her. The long and short of it all is that she is not happy in the marriage. Tima, now she says I should help her rent an apartment so she can move out of her husband's house to start her divorce process. And after everything goes through, she can be with me. Tima, I love her, but honestly, I'm confused. Please, what do I do? Now, if you were to be in this guy's shoes, what would you have done? And if he was supposed to be your friend, what advice would you have, told or given him? So, Sandiva, they said ladies first, so I start with you.
I thought you were going to do, guys first.
No.
Steven has a lot of experience now.
Okay, so this is a guy. This is a guy story, so let me start from Steve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steve, what advice would you give this? First of all, being with a lady that you proposed and she rejected you, and the lady wanted to even come back. Oh, the infant say the lady wasn't even married in the first place. But you as a guy, I learned guys have ego. You are here.
Yeah.
You let me know. So you proposed to Sandiva. I'm not saying you proposed to her. It's just for example. You proposed to her and, she says, oh, you guys should just be friends. Then all of a sudden she comes back after years or months and she's like, oh, let's reconsider. First of all, what comes to your mind?
First and foremost, thank you for having us on your show.
You're welcome.
Thank you to your lovely and beautiful listeners out there.
Yes. What was the name of your movie again?
Edge of Emotions.
You didn't add me. I'm supposed to sack you from this.
Next one, you're part of next one.
Estawara.
It's still in the cinemas. It's still showing in the cinemas.
I'll go look at it anyways.
Right,
yeah.
So first and foremost, I would say the lady is a gold digger, clean one.
Why would you say that?
Oh, she is.
Hey.
Yes, big time gold digger.
The fact that she went back.
Yeah, because the guy was there. The guy had proposed to you.
Mm-hmm.
You rejected him.
Mm-hmm.
You went ahead to marry, and then why are you coming back? And even looking at the story, you are even asking the guy to rent for you so you can move out of your husband's house. So that means you have a problem. So she's not even really into the guy. So I would say the guy is the one probably who is much into her because the guy has always loved her. Yes, and then again, why I said the lady is a serious gold digger guys. If you had met this guy, you know this guy way before you get married. So why didn't you choose him before you went ahead to choose your husband? And me personally, I will not believe what she's saying that the husband is abusive, because every relationship, before you move ahead, there's always a red flag. There's something that shows that this guy is high, he's going to be. So the signal, the signs is always there. So why did you went ahead to marry the person and now you are in it and you want to run out from it? So the lady, she's if me to the guy, I will ask him, man, bro, you got to watch out, man.
I see. So Sandiva, what do you agree with what Ekeso is saying, that the first impression for the girl coming back means she's a gold digger? Do you agree?
To an extent, yes. To an extent.
Oh,
yes.
Sandiva just gave us up.
No, but because for me, I want to look at this in two parts. First of all, marriage is, for me, is not even about love. Marriage is a decision, it's partnership. You decide that you want to be with this person, because you can't be in love with someone and not necessarily want to marry the person or even want to be with the person. And so if you go ahead to marry, and 6 months, 3 months, 1 year down the lane, you say, I want to opt out, then for me, your decision making is problematic.
Wow.
Yes.
So first of all, as a woman, before you even decide to be with a man, not even marriage, the fact that you're dating the person, it means you want to do life with.
Exactly.
Yeah. So before you decide to even be with a man, what are some of the things you'd look out for?
For me, I look at a man who respects himself.
Okay.
If he respects himself, if he respects the people that he deals with, and not just people that are on the same level as him, for me, that is and someone who is compassionate. I look at how he deals with everybody, from, sorry to say, the cleaner to, top management, how he deals with such a person.
Even when you guys maybe go out to eat, how he treats the less.
Exactly.
Okay.
Those are very important to me. I also look at how he handles himself when he's under stress, because the way somebody would treat you when he's stressed is much more important to me than when he's happy.
Wow.
Yes, because you can be nice to anybody when you're happy, but when you're not, when you're stressed, when you're going through stuff,
that is when your real character comes out.
Exactly. How do you treat people? So for me, it's not even about the physique. In terms of physique, I look at a guy who's clean. If I see you and your boxer shorts is hanging, I'm looking, is it clean? Is it not clean? But beyond the physical, I look at a man, like I said, who respects himself, a man who respects everybody else, who is compassionate. These are the most important things that I look out for.
Wow. So when you don't see some, sometimes it depends on how you rate relationships. Because when you see too many red flags, that is when you have to decide. But this is the scenario whereby you meet a guy and he's everything you want, but then maybe there's just one red flag. Maybe he's just too all over the place. It's somebody you don't really, really want to be with. What do you do?
So I think we should take it from, this angle that everybody should self-actualize before they think of going into a relationship. You need to know yourself. Know that this is who I am. These are things that I can handle. These are things that I
cannot handle. So something you feel you cannot handle, you don't even venture.
You don't. Wow. You don't. So if you know that, I don't like a guy who chews a certain way. But you see this guy, he's cute, he has 6 packs straight up, but
he doesn't know how to chew.
But he chews a certain way that you can't deal with. Because I saw a story online recently, and this lady is talking about her husband recently going bald, and she, since childhood, has not liked bald guys. So now she's thinking of divorcing her husband.
Are you serious?
Yes, because he's gone bald. So as a person, you need to know who you are, so that when you meet a man that gives you a certain red flag based on who you are, then you don't even go in.
Then because this going bald thing was not something from the beginning. I'm sure if she had met the guy as bald, she wouldn't even have gone.
Exactly.
But this is a lifestyle.
Like,
along the marriage, he decided to, you can change.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel this one they should sit down and talk about it or something.
I think it's a condition the guy is experiencing. There is this condition that makes you lose your hair.
If it's like then they go please and on a wig. On per wig,
But bottom line is this girl is just, she's not serious. First of all, she doesn't love this guy. She's comfortable. I think once upon a time in our lives, every lady has the safe guy.
Yeah.
I think, you said real life experience. In my 20s, I had this guy that I was going out with. We broke up because of, one or two things.
Reasons.
Yeah, but he kept asking to come back. And for me, I felt like, okay, this guy really loves me. Until today, I say that I haven't actually met any guy that loved me as much
like the
as
way he did.
So, when he kept apologizing for what he did, he wanted to come back and blah, blah. I was just like, marriage scares me truly.
Why do you get scared? That you were so okay.
Yes, whenever I thought of marriage,
you don't mind risking.
Yes. So for me, I was just I wanted to explore a bit, and then when I'm ready to settle, I'll just be like, okay, fine, come, let's get married. But the universe has its own plans. He's not with us any longer. So
sorry about that.
So I think that. And I have a male friend that I think is also a safe bet for his ex. So I think that women have that thing. There is that safe guy that when things don't go well,
you always go back.
And that's what this guy is for this girl. She's not in love with him. No, because I say that, look, if somebody leaves you or rejects your proposal and, try to start a relationship with someone else and things start going bad for them and they come to you, that's not regret. That's not I love you. But when the person is in a relationship, it's fine. It's everything. But it's like, I think I want to be with you rather. That for me is okay. She's not coming to me because,
because things didn't go well.
Exactly. But because she's realized that
it's you that I want.
Regardless of how good this place is, it's me that she wants. Okay. But this one, she's just looking for a leeway.
So if things didn't go bad, she wouldn't have come back.
She wouldn't.
This is a serious.
She wouldn't. There's no chance in hell she would have come back to this guy.
Wow.
But my question to the guy also is he saying that he hasn't met anybody within these 6 months period? Is he saying that this woman is the love of his life? What's
sometimes as you said, somebody can be so obsessed with someone that you would even understand. Now the you're trying to say, whilst he's busy trying to love and all that, the person that he is busy trying to get back is
True.
She's even dating somebody probably, but as you said, maybe he is a safe person for. Yeah, so this is not really love.
It's not.
Like love.
It's not.
This is a conditional one, eh?
I think that every love is conditional, if you ask me. But this is not. There's no unconditional love.
Oh, why?
Because there isn't. There isn't. We love God because He first loved us. Already, that's conditional. So if He didn't love us, every love is conditional.
Okay.
Even a mother's love is conditional. I'm telling
how?
you.
Really?
Yes.
Why so how?
Have you heard, I'm sure you have, that, sometimes a mother will say that, parents tend to love kids that are obedient.
Of course. Always the obedient ones are the mummies or favorites, yes.
So
and the stubborn ones. Oh, God
that's
of
what
mercy.
I'm saying. That even the parents' love is conditional. No love is unconditional. You understand?
But the parents want
so that's why I said that you can love, but deciding to be with someone is a
condition.
Decision.
Yes. Yeah, it's a decision. I get it. Decisions are really important.
We don't get to choose our families. We are stuck with each other.
Of course. But we get to choose the partners that we want.
Exactly.
So, against all odds, you can decide that. And when you make that decision, forget nobody like you decide that you want to be with.
And if you want to opt out of it, it was a whole process when you're going into it. You met the families, you went to the church, you met the counselors, you met the pastors.
It's a whole process and yet easy.
So if you want to come out of it, it has to go through the whole process. Because if you trusted all these people to put you together, then you should trust them enough that they have good intentions. They can help you sustain the marriage. But when it gets to a point where you feel like, okay, this is not good for me any longer. Like she said, the guy is abusive. Okay, let's just assume that is the truth. Both verbally and, physically, the guy is abusive. Then if she even wants to, let's say that everybody agrees that she should walk out of this marriage, she's not supposed to be jumping into another marriage. First of all, we say that, there were signs that, this sometimes they aren't. Sometimes some people are very good at concealing who they are. And then there's also the bit where there are certain attributes of a person that brings out certain things from the other person.
Okay.
So it may not necessarily be that naturally the person is abusive, but there are things that you do that, makes him do that to you. So if you are coming out of such a relationship, what you should be doing is to re-examine yourself.
It's not, as you mentioned self-actualization. I think that a lot of women are lacking that.
Sure.
Because some people are in relationships that they didn't even think they were going to be there.
Yeah.
But because of one condition or the other, they are there. Now they are regretting. Like the way this lady, I'm not sure she even actualized herself.
I don't think so.
Like she wouldn't have gone in for whoever she's married to.
I don't. And the fact that she wants to jump right into another one is
that's a big question mark.
Yes.
So as a guy, Steve, so you would first of all you wouldn't take her back with the way you're talking. You wouldn't take a woman. What if her feelings are really genuine?
It's not.
Oh, Sadiba, don't give us up like that.
If the feelings are, like you said, are really, really genuine. So the first time I proposed, why didn't you accept me? Yeah, so why did you went for another man?
That's arguable, but go on.
So like Sandra was saying, she went through a whole lot of process. I think they dated for a very long time, maybe 6 months, a year or a year and a half.
No, she was married though.
No, I mean before the guy said he was
They were friends.
They were
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
And then before he realized the lady was married. So that's why I'm saying that before getting married, the actual guy that she is married to, they had like been dating.
They dated for a bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
a bit. So definitely you might have known the guy's flaws, the weakness, his temperament, and everything before you choose him or you went into it. So what is now pushing you out?
That's what you're saying.
So
I think that once children come into marriage, it's. I was watching Michelle Obama talk about, it was a very brief interview, and she was talking about how much she did not like Barack Obama for 10 years in their marriage, and this was the time when their kids were young. She said, I mean, before the kids, they were all lovey-dovey, they were cool, they were in this, they were that, and then once the kids started coming in, it was, okay, so you're going golfing at this time. Why am I stuck with the kids? Like, she didn't feel like things were being equally done. Responsibilities were being equally shared. So I think that for marriage, when children come in, then the strain.
It changes the whole setting.
Exactly.
So, I would have to discuss this sometime, not today, but I just want to chip it in. I have a friend who tells me that, Tima, for me, I would love my spouse more than my kids, because I asked him why. He said, because my kids will grow up, they will leave me, and when they leave me at home, who am I left with?
Your wife.
It's my wife. So if I didn't show my wife love enough, how would I be with her when the kids are away? Because they are going to get married. They have their own life. Like, where I've left my dad's house and I'm with her. So my wife is my number one priority. I'll choose my wife over my kids. I was like,
yes,
this is the first time I'm hearing somebody. No, I was shocked.
That's supposed to be the norm.
Yes, because it's in a normal African mentality. They'll say, hey, it's my children. The moment kids start coming in,
is broken. The whole system is broken.
A lot of people hold their kids in high esteem than their spouses,
because they see
even
children
the
as
women
their asset.
Thank you. So even the women, immediately, maybe she's been praying for all along, but immediately the Eba comes, she forgets that she has a husband.
Yes.
Trust me, everything is just about the kid. And sometimes she forgets to even take care of the husband. Regardless, your husband is your big baby. So I feel like, this thing really opened my mind. And I was like, wow, I think it's not like I don't love my kids. But I feel like when I get married, I have to take care of my husband. As much as I'm taking care of my kids, my husband should be my number one priority. Because you have to take care of your kids. I know but if we grow up and we grow old, who is going to be with me? Your kids, they'll know. They'll go and fall in love.
Yep.
And they'll get married and you'll be there.
Go to school.
One week, they'll call home. Old people's home.
Secondary school, they are going to boarding house.
University. So, the only time you get to spend with them is, I think, in their primary school to JHS.
Yeah.
Sefini.
Even that is because, look, your 6-year-old will want to be hugging you and giving you kisses and all of that. Your 11-year-old is pushing his ass back and, feeling all shy about hugging you in public. And, you get to school and you're like, love you. It's like, Mommy, you're trying to disgrace me. My friends are here. But you can shout I love you to your husband and he'll respond without feeling any type of way.
Yeah.
And, vice versa.
Yeah, we need to look at this thing, pal.
Yep.
There's a part in the story where the lady says the husband is abusive, and then he says they are not compatible. Fortunately, I'm married.
That's
yes.
That's why I said he has experience.
You have experience.
I'm married, yes. I married a giant.
Hey,
Tall.
TikTok, yo.
Yeah, so
hey, short man, that you like TikTok.
I know.
Hey,
his wife has such a big bum.
So, with my little experience in marriage,
okay.
I don't know if the man is abusive
physically or emotionally.
Yeah.
Or sometimes verbal abuse. Because that thing really gets to my soul.
I don't like both.
Before a man can be abusive in a relationship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, or courtship, there's always a question mark, either from the lady or probably something is not right somewhere. Yes, because you can't just wake up one morning and then physically you're abusing your wife. It could be maybe your wife started denying you sex.
Yeah, but that's not.
Then maybe
That's not.
maybe I'm just saying something. Maybe
okay. We are looking at the other side.
There's
maybe
no
there are certain
excuse.
responsibilities.
There's no excuse.
You think so?
There's no excuse for a man to lay, hands on.
You
See, let me tell you something. We
women,
women,
there are certain ways you talk.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say. We women, we are receivers. There is nothing like subtraction and addition when it comes to women. It's multiplication. So, if you give a woman chop money, she'll give you food. If you give a woman sperm, she'll give you kids. Isn't it? And it goes on and on and on. Now, if you make a woman happy, she multiplies that happiness for you.
But women are always not content with what you give them. Are you aware of that?
No.
That's very true.
No.
That's very true. They always want more.
Everybody wants more. That's human nature.
So
everybody
maybe
wants
sometimes,
more.
now, maybe when in the relationship, the man gives some certain things and now she's demanding more, because if you look at it, he said they are not compatible. Probably she started making certain demands that is way out of the man's league. You get it? And then the man is like, this is the lady I married. I thought she could understand me, so it looks like we are not compatible anymore. So moving forward, the man realized that I can't. Probably I can't. I'm assuming, because I don't know how the man is abused. Maybe I can't. So it looks like we are not compatible. She's supposed to do this for me. She's not doing it. And now she's not seeing her friends. Sometimes you can be even in marriage, and then your wife should focus on her phone, browsing.
You see, these phones, we have to really be careful.
And then
these
she
phones,
forgets she has to do whatever she needs to do in the house. So probably she finds herself doing all
So are you
these
saying that warrants the man being, whether physically or verbally abusive? See, that's what I'm saying. Human nature, we all change, either for the better or for the worse.
Okay.
That's the thing. If you feel like you can't handle it, me say me bofu. And the way I will say something and later regret, I would rather not say anything when I'm angry in that instance.
Yeah, when you're angry, I've learned this thing. My mom told me that, Tima, when you're angry, learn to shut up.
Yes.
Because sometimes you might say something you regret. In your anger mood, just keep quiet.
Sometimes the thing might not even be that way. The other person doesn't see it that way. You forget that you're all from two different homes. And the thing is, for women who have been independent for a while, we get comfortable when it comes to house chores. Let's not even kid ourselves. Me fear.
Me paramile me bed. No, me paramile me bed.
You understand?
Like, because who is there? You
understand? If I'm in the 10 a.m. somewhere, you bab. But when I'm coming to meet my boyfriend, obviously I'm all, hang up and whatnot. And then if I get to the guy's house and I see something is wrong, I'll maybe fix it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a neat freak in my house too. And the same applies to the guy. When you're going to a guy's house, they will arrange the place. Hey!
Go on and on. What how you go see things?
So, you see, now that you're living together, you have to find a way to fuse these things and mold each other.
Not easy.
It's not. So, you have to let the woman know that this is who I am. I like my things this way. If she hasn't been attentive enough, then the woman also tells you, okay, I haven't been this way for about how many years of my life. So it's going to take me a while to get to this standard, but I'll get there. You understand? So, and the they've laid half and left the other side. Maybe it's because she was cooking, but she's now trying to adjust to the timing, because think about it. If you've lived by yourself, maybe since you were 20 and you got married, say
maybe 30. So for 10 years, you've
owned
your
a
space.
Certain way.
It will take some time, but maybe the men wouldn't understand. That is the problem.
No, we do.
Are you sure you do?
No, you don't.
No, we do, because
and some of you don't.
No, there are certain things personally about my wife that I'm adjusting to.
Be careful what you say.
No, it's the truth, because like you said, we are all brought up from different homes. The way my mom raised me is
different from the
There are some people, they raise them every early morning, they need to take breakfast. There are some people, they raise them from the street, from
no, big do watch it. I was going to say that.
When you get married to people like this, you adjust.
Yeah.
It's not like that you want
yourself-
English breakfast, masa.
Yeah, so you
For
adjust.
Peko
You learn from the
Kopika.
lady. The lady learns from you. You guys see what best works in the marriage or in the relationship. You see. So relate in whatever you said to this story. I feel like the lady should sit down,
Yes.
re-examine herself,
Yes.
Okay.
and then work out the marriage rather than divorcing, getting
Yeah.
another man, because the one you are going for.
You don't know.
Yes.
You see, you don't
I have a
know.
personal story. I was once heartbroken. Then I met another. I thought that she could
Yeah.
Yes.
She was the one.
yes, but it was
It was
a
worse.
different story.
Nka ofa
You see.
ba kono kra
So I was
nke.
like, oh, my ex is better. Oh.
You see.
Yeah,
You
so
see.
sometimes some of these things, and I feel like society, the church should really help us, because I don't know the kind of counsel they had
before
getting married.
Yeah.
Yes. So this way sometimes I say the society are not really helping the young people. How do you counsel them? What do you tell them? Do you tell them the reality in marriage? Because marriage
Because I have a couple who are going to marry, and the guy says he doesn't see the reason why they should go for counseling. Now that thing has become an issue. Because according to the guy, all his friends now call counseling, no.
It didn't work out.
Go. The ones that didn't go for counseling, they are still married for 10 years, 15 years, they are there. So he says he doesn't understand. Meanwhile, the girls' church is an Orthodox church. So one
So
because I
you
won
have
him
to.
we're about 3 or 4 months. So like the guy, so it has become a rift, and it's really crushing the upcoming marriage, because the parents are like, a guy that wouldn't want you guys to go for counseling, hey madam, this is a red flag, da 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 da. So she's really confused and she
I
doesn't
was
know what to do.
watching Judge Judith, and she said that before she got married to her husband, even before they got engaged and met the family or whatnot, they started counseling.
Yeah,
So
you know they are
before-
private counseling, you know that.
Yeah. So before their friends before even they would decide to get married, they started counseling.
That's a good one.
You
So with
understand?
that, you get to know a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so when you're deciding that you want to marry this person, it means that you know what you're getting yourself into. And I think maybe that's something that, we all should adopt if you're thinking of getting into marriage. Try the
Wow.
counseling before even proposing.
Marriage.
Exactly.
They are private counselors. That doesn't
Yes.
necessarily mean you have to go to the
church.
church.
We have a private
They have private counselors that can talk you guys, and I think it's a good thing,
It is.
and that thing really helps, eh?
It does. It does.
I think getting into this, when you want to get into marriage, you should don't just look out for the personal looks. You know, that is what
You see, that's where they get it wrong.
Yes.
My dad always tells me that, Tima, see, it will get to a time you get old. You're not going to look like this. So if you choose a man with 6 packs, fine. The 6 packs might be there, but ebe mama. No, like you are
somebody is
growing.
going bald.
Yes, no, you are growing.
Yeah.
So he says marriage and love is where, even when the person is annoying you,
Yeah.
you put it in your mind that this is what I chose and I'm not giving up. That is the marriage.
Yep.
It's not when it's going back and you want to leave. Then you don't even love the person. So like we have to have that decisive spirit and then not giving that spirit that even when the people are hurting us, that's when you say, God, I know he's hurting me, but this is what I chose. So I'm not giving up. I'll make it work. And that's what we call marriage.
I mean, based on what you just said,
Yeah.
I heard Omotola talk about her marriage, and she said there are times when she looks at her husband and she says,
What
God, why did I choose?"
do?
But she says that I did not just have the covenant with my husband. I had it with God too. So I go to God and I say, God, you gave him to me, and this is what he's doing. So fix it. You understand? And God listens. I've heard, is it Ciara, talk about how she found her husband, she listed what she wanted. So basically God gave her exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
I've heard Viola Davis talk about how she said she listed everything to the core. And she apparently heard it from another person that before she also got her husband, she listed everything she wanted. That this is what I wanted in my man. This is and even Judith. She got married at 40. She said she too, she had been heartbroken, etc., etc. So she wrote down what she wanted, and she put it in front of her nightstand. So every morning she would look at it, and it became like a mantra. But it wasn't as though she was walking about looking for that man. She had just programmed herself that going forward, this is the man I know I can handle, because I've been through this, that, and I know that I don't want these kinds of things anymore. So this is what I want. And she was praying about it, and that's exactly what she's gotten. So when you ask God for it and
He will give you.
and there are problems, popping up because we're still human, you go back to him and you say, God,
I'm here.
Yes.
But you said, do we really seek the face of God?
That is, you see, that is one part I feel the youth is failing. Because
I think we are confusing Christianity with spirituality. I think that's what the problem is. If,
Are you a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Or you're a spiritualist?
I'm a spiritual person.
Yes.
I am very religious. Let's leave it as spiritual. Because I don't do Sunday morning service or
okay.
But
you pray.
I know the relationship I have with my God. I know the covenant I have.
You see,
with
that's
God.
the most important thing. I mean, that is the most important thing, because if you have a relationship with your maker, everybody and how they serve God. Somebody will choose to sit in their house and then pay tithe through donations. That is, and trust me, God blesses them. Somebody will try to go to church. So me, I don't judge people, but all I need is make sure you have a relationship with your maker.
Yeah.
Regardless, anything you do, now I'm saying.
Now I'm
thank you.
Hey.
So I feel like your relationship with God, it should be close. It should be tight. Because as you said, these women, I mean, I follow Sierra a lot. I admire that girl like crazy. She and Beyonce, I follow them. And her life is just a testimony.
Yes.
Because she was at a place where she didn't even think she would get to where she is now. Now, like, God just snapped it. And I love the way she talks about God. See, when I see her, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, she can see, and I pray to God. And, she has, I think she's a spiritual person, and she doesn't joke with her prayers, because she prayed for her husband and she got it.
Yeah.
I remember, like, one of her interviews, she was like, anything that you want God to do for you unless you don't ask.
Yes.
You ask with so much passion.
Yes.
She said
And
she
faith.
did it. Yes.
Childlike faith.
Yes, because she had a child.
Yeah.
She was a born one. Ghana, Quebec, so you're born one. But she got, I don't even know how to explain it. She got a man to marry her.
The man didn't even want to have sex before marriage.
Can you imagine?
Yes, in this 21st century.
And they are living a fairy tale. I'm like, God, I mean, I'm so happy for her, honestly. Like, when I see her, I follow her a lot on social media, and when I see her, I'm like, God, this kind of happiness, I know you do something for me. Well, it's time to open the phone lines. We've had a very beautiful conversation. People are asking so much questions. We'll read them as well. 03022165668, 03022165667. We're live on our Facebook page, Hits 103.9 FM. And of course, I'm live on my TikTok. And the questions, don't worry, I'll read it for everyone to hear. Don't worry. People are really asking me questions. I don't know how I'll even add them. I'm live. How can I add you on TikTok? And this is from Gift Blinks. It says, I'm really enjoying this program. Thank you so much, Gift. Don't worry. And she says, I hope one day I could share my story. Don't worry. As for the story, we are here for you. We are so here for you. You can DM me on Instagram. You can send me on Facebook. Anyhow you want it. I'll leave a number too that you can WhatsApp me or even send a text message of your story. We can talk about it and then we move it from there. Because trust me, this show is really, really helping a lot of people repair. It's good to talk about your issues. Sometimes you don't want to tell you understand. If you zip up, sometimes it's good. But this one, we don't even mention your name. But you get a lot of people telling you what to do and what not to do. Yes. This is from Mark Agripek. Park. He says, Tima, I have a question. Please, I met my wife through a girl I dated for some few months. Let me read that again. Hey! I have a question. Please, I met my wife through a girl I dated some few months. This lady introduced my wife to me as her friend. Gosh, I felt for her
instantly.
So I used some strategies to break up with her and dated my wife without letting her know it's me whom her friends showed to her. And since we've not seen this girl again because she went to her hometown and even don't know where her whereabouts, Tima, is it okay for me to tell or I should let it go? Hey!
Things are better not said.
No, but regardless, she'll get to know.
Yeah, she'll find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is serious, Mark.
So his wife doesn't know that she dated.
No.
He dated her friend.
Yes. His wife doesn't know. Yes. And I think, so what should he do? Hey, this one there. This one there. Hey! Him crashing me. I think this is a story for another day because this one day,
weird.
But why would you do that? Hey, men. Somebody say men will stain your white. Oh, men will shock you.
Sometimes you don't get to choose who you fall in love with, but you get to
love
decide.
Can happen.
Yes.
Yeah, you get to decide who you want to be with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You decide.
I love that. This new trend in the society, which I feel like we should really look into it. The rate at which married men and married women are cheating. And it's something that society
one day, I think
has
it's
to talk
necessary.
Because
it's a necessary evil. Sorry.
I keep asking, what is it? Like, what is happening?
Please, come or be school fees are born on Mistrel.
It's self-discipline.
It's
fine. I get married, nobody should come near my husband. No. I beg. Because I never dated anybody, so please don't come near my husband. I get married.
But what you're saying is true. They say your life is your karma.
Yeah, so I didn't do anything, so please don't do something to me. I beg.
Okay, when we see your husband will pass by.
But also so comes the end of the show. But thank you so much, Sandiva, and
thank you
Stephen,
for having me.
I've had so much fun with you. But before we go, can you guys tell me a little bit about the movie?
Producer said talk. So Edge of Emotions, my God. Let me just brag a little. We got clapped for in the cinema, so yay.
You didn't add me, so I won't clap.
You're part of
I've taken back my clap.
This is about a young couple who started having issues. In the initial stages, we didn't know that the woman was actually the problem. So
did you play the woman?
I played the other woman.
The other woman.
The other woman.
Who played the woman?
Haley.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, all of us were blaming the man until eventually we found out that she got pregnant for someone and decided to pin the pregnancy on her husband. Oh. Unfortunately for her husband saw the communication between herself and the other person. And she comes to say, darling, guess what? And then she says, we are going to have a baby. This we find out, getting towards the end of the movie. But the man obviously
then you really put people on the edge of their emotions.
Yes.
With your story.
There's so many
I don't like suspense.
Please. You will love this one. There are so many twists and turns in this story that you really need to see. And I think that every married person should actually see it. Not just any married person.
Everybody in a relationship.
Yes, because I was in a relationship in the movie, and that relationship had its own twist and turn that I think that young couples need to see the movie and learn a thing or two about.
Okay.
So in all, it was a good movie. Like I said, we got clapped.
So it's running.
It's still running in the cinema. Silverbird.
Silverbird.
Yes. Okay. So both Accra Mall and
West
Hills.
Yeah, I'll go to West Hills. So it's closer
Please
to me.
go and watch for us.
It's
a really good
Please, if we should put it on Netflix, I beg.
So we are working.
Producer is here.
Yes, Ghana, we have to really rep on Netflix.
Yeah, but let me also put this out there. I have another movie coming up, Valentine's Day with Kobe Rana.
Oh, okay.
Till death do us part.
Oh, I think I've seen.
You've seen the flyers,
yeah.
So that you want to see as well.
Val's Day.
Yes, Valentine's Day.
I say, if you are gnashing, please let's go and watch. We beg. Maybe that's what we'll meet. Thank you so much. Producer, do you have anything to say?
Oh, I'd say thank you for having us on your show. It's a very beautiful show.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
then listeners keep listening because it's very, very
people are really learning.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been really, really, and really, really resourceful.
Yeah, and I'm happy that people are coming out to share their stories.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy. People, I mean, Sandiva, sometimes you speak the truth. People don't trust people anymore. So instead of this young guy to go and tell a friend that, oh, Charlie, he would rather come and tell us so that we put it out there, cover him, and then we make and millions of people would listen, share the ideas. And you know, when we put it out there last week, a lot of people had, you know, whenever a story comes out, you get about 500 people telling you they have a situation similar to that. So even sharing it makes a lot of people calm. Yes, true. And then maybe they'll share that, oh, when it happened to me, I did A, B, C, D. So it's good.
It is.
It's good. Thank you guys so much.
Please, my Estates people are listening.
Oh, okay.
So let me say hello. Hi, Cedar Estates.
Where's that?
That's East Legon Hills, Santo. Yes.
Hi,
Lawrence.
Yeah, I live at West Hills. So.
Lawrence, hi. Nana Mills, Reginald, hi.
Hi, SCC Wager.
And then thanks to AJ Pounds.
Yes. My boo boo.
Our sweet mother.
She says it's sweet. AJ Befre. Hey, Raddy. AJ will comment, sweetheart, Pacho interview no. Tima. Pacho.
And I was with her when she called you there. I think was it 7 a.m.?
Yes, in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
AJ, I just love her so. She's a beautiful soul.
She's a beautiful soul.
Oh, I can't go this. You know, she used to come on the show a lot. I know. She used to come on the show a lot. We started with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she used to come here a lot. So AJ, dear menina. So I don't joke with her. So AJ, wherever you are, big up. So is she part of the movie?
Yes. AJ is a counselor. Yes.
And the lady is a friend.
Most of them. You didn't tell me that one. She was a counselor.
Yes.
Mewo, AJ. Oh, that's nice. I really have to watch this movie.
You should.
Feedback. So, Sandy, if you want to follow you, can you put out your social media?
Yes,
handles?
please. Follow me on IG. I'm currently off Facebook for a bit. So it's Sandiva, SANDIVAGH. So it's Sandiva GH. You follow me on IG and let's get talking.
Of course. Director,
yes,
you people there, you don't like social media at all.
What's the
they don't do well though.
The crew we are trying because right now
you don't try. It's only Evander. You know Evander.
Yes.
It's only Evander. Evander could post it back 3 months.
He's also trying. So my handles, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
So it's Ekeso Steven, EKESO STPHEN. So they are together.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Link up and let's talk film.
Okay, thank you. So your next movie, I'm in.
Yes.
If you don't cast me, I'll come.
Oh,
so thank you guys so much. I mean, I've had so much fun. God bless you so much for your time and your counseling. It's been awesome. And my producer DJ Yauze, who doesn't even talk. But after the show, the way he can talk, you see him behind there. Yauze, God bless you so much. And hey, my social media sensation, my future Jaru. He's the one that takes care of the social media as well. And of course, my son, my PA Bakope. But Oha J. Cole, God bless each and every one of you. So you that are home, everybody that listened, all the people on our social media pages, Hits 103.9 FM, thanks so much for sticking and staying. As up till now, you guys are not asleep. You are watching us, Nyami Shamo, and you are listening. I pray that whatever that we discussed here, you will use it wisely and then it will counsel your life. It's very, very important. Regardless, whatever you do in life, make sure say what they nyame. And on TikTok, I see you all. People are watching from UK, from US. Hey, India, is that Abi or Pragya? Which your mama?
This is Hits.